Hello students, hope you all are fine. In the last class, we have started with the chapter Milestones of Development, in which we have covered the difference between growth and development. Physical development in early childhood. Today, we'll start with the physical development in late childhood, that is from 6 to 12 years of age. During late childhood, the child annually grows 2 to 3 inches in height and 2 kgs in weight. Body proportions. Although the head is still proportionally too large as compared to the rest of the body, some of the facial disproportions disappear. Arms and legs grow much longer and become proportional to the trunk of the body and the head. The body becomes much sleeker and thinner. There is development of skeletal system. Next one is muscle fat ratio. During late childhood, fat tissue develops more rapidly as compared to the muscle tissue, which happens during the beginning of puberty. Children who have endomorphic builds have more fat than muscle tissue, while the reverse is true for those who have mesomorphic builds. Teeth. By the onset of puberty, a child normally has 28 teeth out of 32 permanent teeth. The last four that are wisdom teeth that will erupt later. Now we'll do characteristics of late childhood. In this, they have well developed hand eye coordination. They need good hand eye coordination as needed in a game like badminton, carom, or video games. By the age 9 to 10 years, girls begin to grow faster than boys. At this age, boys and girls begin to have separate interests. Boys are more interested in playing the games which are having more of the muscular activity, whereas girls like pretend play, where they pretend to be someone else. Peers are very important for the children. Children feel the need for belonging to a gang and to have best friends who are of the same age. A child likes to boost himself or herself. Now, their attention span is long and they can concentrate for a longer period of time. They develop a new understanding of life, death, life after death, body functions, space, number, money, causality, self, social roles, beauty, etc. A child likes to take their own decisions regarding their studies, where they want to go, what they want to wear. And they also need a warm, friendly, and encouraging relationship with others. So, these are the characteristics of late childhood. Now, we'll do social development. Social development refers to the ability of a child to behave in a manner acceptable to the society in which he or she lives. Social development involves learning the values, knowledge, and skills that enable the child to relate to others effectively and to contribute in positive ways to the family, school, and the community. This learning develops in home, school, and neighborhood. Social development helps in language skill, builds self-esteem and positive attitude by resolving the conflicts. From being self centered, the child gradually starts growing more social and learns to share his toys, emotions, and ideas. He learns to play games with set rules at first and then innovates his own rules as per the need. He makes more friends without much adult influence. He learns to share, cooperate while being in a group, and build leadership qualities, take responsibilities, and also become sensitive towards others around him. He gains an emotional security as his peers share similar thoughts, problems, and ideas. He tries to please his friends and need peer approval. They accept challenges as because of some work they have shifted to new places, they have to learn new language, traditions, and values of the new place, so they are acceptable to this change. In school, they learn cooperation, helpfulness, taking responsibilities, sharing, respecting each other, etiquettes of behaving outside, etc. They understand the functioning of outside world, thus social development grooms them in a wide variety. Early childhood is called a pre-gang age, where children step out from their home and start making friends over time, start developing the deep bonds among their friends. And the little childhood is also known as gang age. Here the children looks outward and his focus shifts from family to friends. Children love to make friends who have common interests. They are generally having school friend gang where they are studying. Now we'll do the characteristics of children's gang. Gangs identify themselves by names which are taken from the street or neighborhood where the member of the gang lives, or they can even take name from the comics, books, or movies. Gang members use secret signals, passwords, private language, communication codes to maintain their secrecy. Childhood gangs often use insignia, means they are using caps, armbands, and other decorative items to identify with their members. The preferred meeting place of the gang should have minimum adult interference and maximum opportunities for group activities. Gang activities include all kinds of group play and entertainment, making new things, annoying other people, exploring, and even engaging in forbidden activities. So, these are the characteristics of children's gang. Now, we'll do emotional development. Emotional development means the ability to control emotions and express them in a way that is acceptable to the society. There are different type of emotions expressed by the children. Now we'll do the importance of children's emotion. Emotions add pleasure to everyday experiences, but emotional tensions disrupt the functioning of motor skills. Emotions also serves as a form of communication as they express themselves. Emotions interfere with mental activities. If we are happy, we are learning more things. If we are unhappy or having unpleasant experiences, it will lead to the retarded development. Emotions are sources of social and self evaluation. Now we'll move on to common emotional patterns. Emotional development involves learning what feelings and emotions are. They help us in understanding how and why they happen and recognizing one's own feeling and those of others and developing effective ways of managing them. Emotional balance is essential for healthy personal and social adjustment. The common pleasant emotions of childhood include affection, joy, pleasure, delight, curiosity, and happiness. And the common unpleasant emotions are fear, shyness, embarrassment, worry, anxiety, anger, jealousy, and grief. Children's emotions differ from those of adults in their intensity, frequency, individual response patterns, their changes in strength, and their behavioral symptoms. That is why they learn when they are growing how to control their emotions and express them in a way that is more acceptable to the society. So, these are the common emotional patterns in children. Today, we have done three developments: physical development in late childhood, social development, and emotional development. We'll continue with this chapter in the next class. Thank you.